So we are going to talk about women just literally making up random ass shit. Number one, they say men are boring. And how they explain men are boring, there's a video on it by The Wall. These bitches like to explain certain things. Yeah. Men are boring. Well, I say to you, woman, uh, sometimes you gotta be interesting yourself. You wanna say the man is boring because you're dreadfully boring. You ever listen to a woman's conversation that's like just beyond just stupid? Like when they talk that you can't even understand what the fuck they're even talking about. You're just sitting there like.
You're gonna choke!
And like the conversation always goes like, okay, we're gonna talk about something. The woman talks about it, and you listen to him talk. Like, okay, you talk about it. You talk about it. You talk about it. You talk about it.
Glorious! I win!
Don't bring the pain if you can't feel the train!
That was not planned! Eyes peeled for that hunter.
When they say, "Oh, a man's not interesting. They're not fun to talk to." Like men make up all the fun. Women are the ones that are extremely fucking boring. Like I personally don't understand women at all. When it comes down to like being entertained. Ah, fuck these sneezes every morning. It's like every time I have a conversation with a woman that I'll be sitting there just talking. And sometimes the conversation goes good. Sometimes they like they'll talk about random stuff and that. They try to keep things simple. That, but it's only the really dorky women, like the really like masculine women. Their conversations suck. All they want to do is suck dick and have sex. Like that's all they care about. They care about getting fucked all the damn time. That's what they actually.
There are no victims, only choices! Ow!
I found my next time on. Sorry, not sorry.
Aren't I just the worst?
You remember?
They died!
I've been day drinking.
Brace yourselves!
Always feels good.
To a whole new level.
You are an utter degenerate.
Never gets old.
One less vile creature to deal with. You have my thanks. And, of course, the promised bounty, darling.
So.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. But yeah, like I've noticed, like a lot of older women deem they want to have like they want attention so much more, and they think they deserve it.
Did you need those?
And like I'm just sitting there like thinking to myself, and I'm like, why do these women think they deserve attention? And they try really fucking damn hard sometimes. And like it gets kind of funny. I think I'm gonna switch back. I do like the running speed. But yeah, they honestly think they deserve attention just because they exist. And like that's why women get boob jobs. That's why they get their butts done. That's why they get all this stuff done because they want fucking attention. And they say no, it's not because of that. Then why do you do it then? Because everyone else is doing it. Because they all do because they want attention too. So you have to be on par with them. I see young fucking women that are fucking barely 19 to 20 years old getting butts, their asses done.
I'll be over here in 3 seconds, everyone! Don't want any bolters sneaking past!
They get fat injected into their asses, and you can tell because their asses are completely uneven. And I see these women now. They got these big, huge, fat, fucking jiggly butts. And, like, they don't even know that shit is terrible for them. And these women are walking around with fucking big, fat, fucking butts and that. And you can just tell that their asses were just made from, you know, their daddy and mommy, or their daddy having a lot of fucking money and shit, and saying, I want to have these big booty cheeks. He's like, okay, daughter, get the big booty cheeks. As long as it makes you happy and that they turn the fucking straight up whores. They go on the internet. Rich people always know how to make other things rich. When you're already rich, you know how to make things rich. It's just that simple. The easiest way to make someone rich is to have money to spend on them to make them rich. Like, people don't get rich that fucking easily unless they have something that makes them rich really easily, which is very lucky thing, say, like, a YouTube fucking thing. But you still have to work for it. You're not gonna become a Mr. Beast.
You okay?
It's like, I know plenty of people that are fucking way more interesting to watch than Mr. Beast. I watch, you know, Angry Video Game Nerd. Honestly, I think he's probably one of the best fucking people out there when it comes down to entertainment. He's extremely hilarious with his videos. Angry Joe can be pretty good in that when he's not being a fucking complete liberal twat waffle. When he's being a far leftist dumb fuck. Freaking Horror Geek's really good. Dr. Wolfie's really good. All these people are really good. Cinema Snob's good. Nostalgia Critic's good. They're all very funny, capable people that make really good videos. And a lot of these people that
I'm not so bad once you stop trying to get to know me.
most of these people that have been around for 10 to 12 years. Actually been around longer than that. Some have been around for fucking since the beginning of YouTube. Like Angry Video Game Nerd's been around for almost 20 fucking years. And he only has like almost 4 million subscribers. Then you got some people that are just like been around for a couple of years and they're getting like almost close to 1 million subscribers. It all depends on things like Salty Cracker, for instance. He does a lot of political satire shit. He's funny as fuck. He makes videos enormously a lot. It makes probably like 3 or 4 videos a day. And a lot of times it's just little short videos of him just saying random shit. What I'm trying to say is that there's so much shit out there. I mean, you're trying to get out there to get your shit going and that. We always have to go for the weakest
There
of...
they go, trying to eat me again. Could use your help with that.
I'm out to get myself a thresher with benefits, you might say. Help me tame one.
You want to tame what just tried killing you? I'm in.
I'm in.
Taming a wild thresher's a lost cause, as you just saw. But I spotted a nest nearby where some of these beautiful beasts spit out dormant eggs that ain't hatching quick like the rest. If you can bring me some, I wager I can overwhelm them with such love at the exact moment that they hatch that wildness will be the last thing on their minds.
Sure. This gun's so overpowered. Where am I going? I went the wrong fucking damn way. But this is what the people doing that. Like, there's just one chick. She's fucking really young. There's no way in the world that she has this much fucking money for being so young. It's all these young people that are making millions of dollars out of fucking nowhere. Someone's paid. Someone's giving you money. There's no way that you could be making that much money in that. Like, I know there's universal secrets about money making and that, but like, it takes time to be able to start doing it. I mean, I definitely know that people do the whole internet thing.
I tell you, my dirt desperately needs plowing, and they're the only ones that can satisfy me.
You really don't hear how your words are coming out, huh?
What? I'm just raring to see him enter my fertile patch and get to work.
But yeah, it's like you always see all these people that come out of nowhere and they you look at their YouTube channels. Their YouTube channels are just them being fucking stupid.
Such power! Look at those strong, rippling flanks. Every bit of them was practically made for plowing. Before long, I'll have a thresher of my own that'll heed my every call and instruction. My spine shivering just thinking about it.
Ooh, boy. And I thought I had issues.
Now remember, I need them dormant eggs. They're the only ones that'll work. Like I always say, if the egg's gonna hatching, you're in for a thrashing.
Okay, thanks, bye! So easy.
But yeah, going back to what I was saying, it's like and look at all these younger people and that they're making millions of dollars and that they're like, oh, I'm making millions of dollars and that. They're like, how you doing? Oh, I got an OnlyFans. I got a big following now because I got fat injected buttholes. And then you see all these young women and that doing all this shit. And it's only women that real men get fucking jobs. We work at fucking McDonald's and shit. We work at actual places and
These
that.
things showed up at the same time that it must be a sign. A moon sign. From the moon.
And like real people actually have to get normal fucking jobs. Like we don't sit there and like go on Instagram and take a bunch of pictures of ourselves and that. And these are young women that, and like I've seen this girl and that, and I'm just like looking at her now. She's pretty and that. I mean, she got the nice little boobies and all that good stuff and that. But her butt is filled with fucking fat. Like it's injected fat into her ass. And you can tell that it's unreal because her hips don't align with how much fat they put into her ass. There's like no alignment at all. It looks fucking weird as fuck too. So I'm sitting there like, like, oh yeah, she's pretty good.
Freaking if.
I'm a man, whatever. And then I look at her fucking hips. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Why you're like, It's like, girl, you're supposed to have a tiny fucking butt, and you got a gigantic fat ass. It makes no sense. I just like looking at her like, I mean, you do whatever you want to do with your life, but damn, you're gonna ruin your whole entire life.
Alright, got all the eggs you wanted.
Perfect. Bring them on back. I'm readying my body as we speak.
What? Why? Wait, don't answer that.
But yeah. So like, and then I look at all the older women that are still doing the same bullshit thing. They're all doing the same thing. It's just younger ones come out that make really good money now because they're younger. Sex only sells as much as your youth is when you're a fucking woman. Older women, I can't say. I don't think they don't get nearly as much like attention. Older men get a lot of attention. Like younger men get attention from the older ladies, but the older men get a lot of attention from the younger ladies.
Give those eggs here, will ya? Oh yeah, these do just fine. Dormant, but not for long. Soon they'll grow strong and hard and vigorous.
But every time we want to look at like these perspectives and that,
If they hatch, they'll need as much meat as they can handle.
older women that I've noticed, younger women will get everybody's attention. They'll get older man's attention, and they'll get the younger man's attention. Older women don't get older man's attention that much, and they definitely don't get. They get a little bit younger man's attention, but not that much. Like older women will sit there and call themselves MILFs, and they have to sit there and do that. It's like, oh, I'm a MILF. I'm this. I'm that. You know, you get fake boobs, and you'll start doing what these younger women are doing. They'll get their butts done in that, and they'll talk about like the lady at my job that she's like, oh, I need to start losing weight and stuff like that. I need to start cutting back on weight, and I'm like, okay, well, you're an older woman, you should know how to balance out your fucking weight, you know. I said you just gotta move more, be more active, and just eat less. You know, that's just how it normally goes. You know, like meaning that, like I'm starting to cut back a little bit. I'm starting to drop weight. I just don't eat before I go to bed. I work with a good pace at work. I'm walking around a lot. I eat one time at work. I do eat quite a bit, but I also keep my work going. I always keep moving. And I burn off quite a bit of calories in that because, you know, I'm always moving my hands and I'm always, you know, like I'm washing dishes at work, and I wash the dishes takes a lot of energy now. You got to pull stuff out of the water and that. You got to do like 50, 60 to 100 fucking pans and shit like that. Anything you got to pull out of the water, that's always resistance-wise heavier, but. And. And that's what happens, you know. You start to get that point that you start understanding stuff a little bit more now, and you know, you go through with it. But like I noticed with a lot of men, like I see older men at the gym and that, and they're like ripped or they're decked out. They really worry about fat percentage and stuff like that, maybe because they're just having fun. They're just like, whatever, you know, it's just something to fucking do. Most of these guys have a shit ton of money now, so they don't even care about the money anymore. And that's kind of true, because, like, once you got money and you know how to make it and you have stocks in that, you don't have to worry about money anymore. You can live your life however you want to. All it is waiting. It's just time. It's just a time frame, honestly.
More of that.
Oh, no. Seeing how there's only one maw to feed, you can head back now with what you
But
got.
like when I look at these younger women that do all this OnlyFans and stuff and that, they're attractive enough. They'll make a lot of money up front. Not all the women do it though. Like not all the women can make fucking good money up front. That's the problem. Is like some of these women really fucking try to do this shit and it never works for them. Like I noticed that myself.
Eat now, Susie. Big and strong and ready for that constant tilling. Look at that. She's a plowing natural.
Oh wow, talk about a growth spurt.
Dag nabbit. She's calm now, see? Not her fault she was tantalized by the very sight of my flesh. Ah, yes, I see. Primeval urges flow through you. And there's only one way to satisfy them. Vault Hunter, my thresher needs to mate.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it here.
I just need you to lure an adequately virile male. A throaty thresher mating call should do the trick.
I do it myself, but I gotta start
These
sending
melees
them
are so
over
fucking
rival.
slow. Does it even get fucking melee damage on it?
Here goes now. Guess I missed the mark on that one.
No good. Try deeper, throatier. Really put your thighs into it.
Let's give this another try. Round two. Damn, really thought I nailed it that time.
That suitor won't do at all. This time, picture yourself as one of them. One built to till and mate and till again.
I fucking hate flyers. Where's that gun at? That's a 300 one. What's the 300 one? There it is.
And the crow roars!
Gotta nail the call this time.
Yeah, this gun works really fucking good, so.
This is the last time. Third time's a charm.
Now he's a worthy one. Even I'm feeling a little something. Subdue him while I spread my scent everywhere. It'll be like I'm right there with them when they mate. Look at those big, pulsating tentacles. Virility oozes from his every crevice.
Guess they're ready for some private time.
Dominate him! Dominate him so that he can be dominated once more. Awful quiet in there. The males can sometimes get nervous under pressure. Happens to everyone. Mind fetching some mood music to set his mind at ease?
Jazz.
I like how the thing dances.
Whatever floats.
Look at that.
Listen now. Those soulful cries.
Damn, they're breaking that fucking damn thing.
Grinding of loins. Glad I got a camera in there recording it. For research. I can tell they got a real natural flower. My top
So it's gonna be good and loose
in no time.
Thanks for the help, friend.
There you are. Help me with these rambunctious threshers, won't you?
I see where the fuck he's going.
They need some real discipline. Threshers will imprint right on you when they're born, but that don't mean they listen to you. You gotta knock some sense into their skulls, but whatever you do, don't hurt them. See? You tried...
Slap some threshers.
They like to communicate through ground vibrations. Maybe if you make a big enough impact on the ground yourself, the shaking will show them what's what.
These farm buildings may be high enough. That did it.
She's off to do the tilling I asked her to do so many times. As they feel the impact from your meaty behind, they know you're in charge. That's right. Get yourself to work, you rascals. Be good, Daisy, and everyone gets a second breakfast tomorrow. I told you no tunneling under the house, Lily. need a doing. One day they'll grow up and all need mates of their own, hopefully at the same time. Imagine the sounds, the aromas.
I'll call you when that happens.
Or don't call. Definitely consider not doing that.
Don't go riling up the others again, Rose.
Oh, thought this was a. Oh, this house. He has windows on the other side. It's like half of it. Oh, yeah, I know what kind of. We'll go exploring. Anyway, what the fuck was I talking about? Yeah. Let's see what happened last night. Nothing really happened last night. I work with a kind of lazy manager. Not lazy as the sense she doesn't like the work. She actually does like the work. But I would say like only when she is actually fucking working.
You lose.
So I would say there's like different forms of laziness. People that can work, but when they don't have to work, they don't work. So like it's like they have to be told to work a little bit here and there. They don't just work on their own. So anyway, so I was sitting there. I'm always in work mode when it comes down to certain parts of the day. Sometimes I'm very talkative. Sometimes I'm very active with either not really with the customers. That very times I am, depending on who it is. But I regulate my attention. But for some people, not. They always want attention. Like they're always very loud, they're very obnoxious throughout the whole entire day. I'm not so much. I'm more back and forth. Hold on. Yeah, I'm more of a back and forth kind of guy. You know, like I'll sit there and I'll work because I know I have to. I try to make it fun. I'm like, oh, I'm getting shit done that I know people are sitting there and be like, oh, now now people are sitting there and I'm getting praise for how good of a work I do. So I'm just sitting there. I come to work at that. I came to work a little bit late because, you know, it was a Monday. And I'm just like, okay, I come to work late because labor's end up being like shit. So I come to work a little late to kind of help labor. Labor was fucking shit. I get more capable of staying there because I work fucking good. I do my job very, very well. I don't sit there and try to talk and do all this attention bullshit and go to the bathroom 5-6 times and spend 10-15 minutes in a bathroom and like do all these things. And I'm like, like, bro, I just come into work. I like having fun that, but my work is my priority first, not talking to people and trying to like have friends and shit and get attention. I get attention no matter what because I work good. I work good. No, it's just all it is. People are always going to talk about something. They're not going to talk about how lazy you are. Talk about how good you work. So it doesn't even matter. So I come to working at, and one of the ladies that after we're working for 30 minutes that she's one of the younger ladies that working at. I'm actually very, kind of like close to her now because me and her are kind of the same. We're both very dorky people in that. And she said, you know, it's like before you came in, you know, we were fucked. You know, because like stuff wasn't getting done. That's because you guys don't do anything. You guys don't want to do anything. You guys want to sit around and let everybody else suffer. I'm like, here's how it is. Most of you people have been working in this place longer than me, and you guys do less work than I do. It's not because you haven't been working here long enough. It's because you work like shit to begin with. You're not. Your work ethics is fucking shite. Hence the reason why you work the way you work. That's it. There's no other way. There's nothing else to say. You work like shit because you don't work good to begin with. So you want to rely on other people that do a good job so you don't have to do as much. So I try to like, you know, that same lady, that same young lady that was like, she was like talking to me. And, you know, we got a little conversation about who does a lot of stuff at workplace and that. And she kind of brought up that. She said, well, I do this, I do this, I do that. I was like, well, I do a lot of other stuff too. Fuck, I do tons of stuff. I'm the only guy that does dishes half the time. I'm the only one that completes like stuff in a very good time frame because I have to get it done because it makes the job easier for everybody else. Now, hence why I do some things. You know, she was talking about what she does, and we were just kind of comparing the things that we do. I'm like, okay, well, no, we're comparing a little bit in that. It's like, well, I do enormous amount of shit here. Because I have to do all the stuff that everybody else doesn't want to do. Like, I put up truck. And not to say it was hard, it was just kind of annoying. It was a little tedious and that because the truck was a little big in that. So it was a lot of shit to put up. You know, the truck got there at like 11 something. You know, about the time that even got all the stuff in there, it was probably almost like, shit, it was almost getting close to fucking 12. Because it takes time for people to put in all this crap. So it takes them about 30 minutes to do all that stuff. So it was almost 12 o'clock. I got done with probably the bulk of the truck before 12. Because I was doing it as it was coming in. And the last part of the truck took a little bit because, you know, we were getting busy and that, so I had to help out on the line. So I went back on the line, said, fuck this truck, it can wait. And then I started helping out the line. Trying to get our times down. Because they have to rely on me for getting times down because I'm probably one of the fastest people at the place. So they rely on me a lot. Not saying I am the fastest, probably one of the fastest. You know, obviously, it depends on the day. Oh. Oh, yeah. It depends on the day and that. But not only on the night shift that I work in that, I'm clearly, you know, one of the fastest workers there. I get shit done in a good manner. And so what I'm trying to get at, people rely on me. Some people, they're just very lazy when I'm around. They don't want to work as fast. They don't want to work as much. Because they know I'm going to do it all. I'm like, okay, you know what I'm going to say is, give me more money now because you guys got lazy motherfuckers here that don't want to perform because I am here. Sounds like fucking All Might. I am here. That's basically what it is. Like when I step into the thing, I'm like, oh man, oh he's here and that, you know, like oh they know everything's gonna get done. But when I have my day off and that, and they come in, they're like, well, Cody's not here. Like oh that sucks. Because they get shit done. And it's like, not saying other people don't. They do. But the thing is, people get distracted from communication. They want to talk. They want to dramatize it. And be like, oh my God, I got to talk about this, talk about that, talk about this. They get mad over really silly stuff. And, like, they just don't focus on working that. They focus on their emotions more. They focus on how they feel that day. I'm like, stop focusing on how you fucking feel. What do I make in the morning? I say, I feel great. You know? Fucking, what the fuck is that guy's name? That tiger fucker. Frosted Flakes. Commercial. I wake up in the morning. nothing changes my emotional psychologics that much. If it does very little bit, I just kind of just blow it off. It seems like people don't know how to just take negative thoughts or negative ways and just try to just fucking blow them away. Just act like they don't exist and it just disappears. I'd say when people say negative things, or like if something slight of a negative thing happens to you, like someone like gets mad at you for something stupid, like a slight disagreement, just let it go. Who gives a fucking shit? Turn the other cheek. Just let go. Because it's not worth it. It's not worth the stress. It's not worth the anxiety of thinking about it. Like something happened today, and I didn't know because I was sitting there like, okay. I voice text my manager, my GM, about getting me a beanie because it's wintertime and that I wanted a beanie. So I go to work. I've been wearing my beanie a lot. I'm wearing my black and yellow beanie a lot. Until one of my shift leads complains about it. No one else says anything about it. Even when the GM was fucking there, she didn't say shit about it. She didn't care. But of course, the nagging nanny. I call her nagging nanny because she nags about everything. She worries about everything. She thinks that the world's on her shoulders. And I said, you don't have enough fucking things going on in your life to have anything on your shoulders. You live with your family, like I do. You spend all your money on stupid shit. And you sit there and act like the world owes you something. The world doesn't owe you anything. The world doesn't owe you shit. You owe the world everything because they're the ones keeping up and trying to push your ass up when you're at the fucking bottom doing whatever kind of, narcotics that you're fucking doing. Like, don't come to anybody and think you have a ruling class when you're still in the bottom of the shit barrel. Don't come to someone like me that literally makes your job literally 3 times or 4 times easier because I actually fucking work. And then you want to sit there and complain about me not wearing a fucking hat. And so I was thinking to myself when I was getting home and I'm like, okay, you know what? If this shit's going to happen like this and now you're going to be pinpointing all this stuff and we're going to play this fucking game. Who knows more about what the fuck people do wrong? I said, okay, all I do is work. I do various small things. Like maybe I put an earbud in, I listen to music when we're cleaning and that because we don't have much business in the last 2 hours. So I put on music to stay focused and I clean. I could say that, that's what I do. And sometimes even during rushes and that, because people talk too damn much and I'm just trying to focus and all I hear is blah, 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 all this fucking talking like, dude. And it's just random shit. When the boys talk to me, we talk. Every once in a while, we'll joke about something in between, like, little rushes and that we have. We'll talk about something, we'll laugh and, giggle about dumbass shit. But at the end of the day, when most of the people leave, it's just me and, that lead. She's not a bad person. I do enjoy talking to her, kind of. She has bad communication skills. She does not know how to talk to people worth shite. Like, at all. Her conversations are fucking dull. Like, I don't know what she even does. Like, she never talks. She takes everything enormously seriously. I tell her, like, why the hell are you worried about? Stop worrying about stuff. Stop taking it so seriously. You need to know. And I say, the reason why people take things very seriously in life, and I'll say it like this, it's because you know damn well you fucked up your life that much, and you know everybody's going to be fucking watching you. As soon as you make a mistake, they're going to critique you on it, and you're going to go into this mass panic mode. I had a panic attack. Yeah, panic attacks are for fucking stupid motherfucking pussies that can't handle emotions. That's what panic attacks are there for. It's not even because of the person talking to you. It's you. You are the one creating the panic attack, not the person talking to you. And this is where the main character syndrome comes in. People believe they're main characters. They think everything they say, people have to do. And I say, guess what, bitch? No one has to do anything that you say because you don't rule fucking nothing but the own flesh and blood that you fucking have. You can't tell me to do something because our Constitution says we have freedom of speech. We can talk however we want to as long as it's not super threatening or basically super threatening. We can have conversations about stuff that happens at work without people sitting there and saying, well, you can't do that. But bitch, you do it too. So shut the fuck up. You blibber blabber, you say stuff behind people's backs, but it's never the fucking truth. So I'll have a conversation with someone at work. And that someone knows, like lives with the motherfucker actually works there. So me and him have really interesting conversations. We're not blaming anybody. We talk about actual logical things that might happen at work. So number one is, we had that new girl come in. Surprisingly, one of the guys there that I work with, he's, a bit of he's a very, he likes to be entertained all the time. Honestly, he's a, kind of a bit of he's a simp. He goes up to women and that, he talks their fucking faces off. Blah, blah, this, blah, 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 and, he makes them all laugh and shit. He gets all this attention that probably pops a fucking boner or whatever the fuck happens. I don't know. That's his own life. So me and one of the other guys that lives with this person, we were just talking to that. And there's just a simple conversation. We're like, people are saying about, this new girl coming in and that, we shouldn't be talking about her and all that stuff and that because, it might make, this person's, woman mad. I was just like, I really don't give a fuck about what I have to say. Number one, that's a personal thing. And number two, I don't even know this person's girlfriend in the first place. And more or less likely, I really don't give a fuck. That's his own accord. Why does everyone always got to put their shit into everybody else's fucking mouth? No, I don't give a fuck. You can go fuck off, because I don't care. I don't care about your fucking pathetic life that you fucked up. You fucked it up, not me. I'll give you advice. Don't be stupid. Stop fucking shit up. Redeem yourself. That's your problem. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. You guys are so fucking dramatized twat waffles. You sit there and you want to be in everybody else's fucking business because your life fucking sucks. Well, guess what? Your life sucks, not mine. My life's great. I have money. I have a good life. I'm a jacked fucking dude in my 30s. I get bitches' attention all the damn time. I don't give a fuck about your life. If you want to sit there and live a better life, why don't you stop fucking complaining about the fucking problems and start looking for the damn solutions to your fucking problems? If you are a man, work more. Work harder. Don't be a pussy. Work harder. You know what women appreciate the most? Men that work fucking hard. Not the talkative fucking simp fucking cunt of men out there. They're one of the guys that literally want women for sex. They don't give a fuck about women the way that mature men do. They don't give them any respect. That's why they always cheat. And they don't talk about it. That's all he does. And and I'm listening to this conversation that me and this guy are having that. And guess who steps in? The young lady. She's a couple years younger than me. She steps in. She's like, shouldn't be talking about people that can't defend themselves. And then you know what happened after that? This is how hypocritical it is. I don't think people understand when they actually communicate that they don't actually know what the fuck they're talking about. Or they know, but it's only selective. Oh, it's selective. Okay. And then we start talking about someone else at work. And then she was just bashing the shit out of this motherfucker because she didn't like him. I was like, see, that's the problem right there. You want to make rules up to establish certain things when it affects you emotionally, but if it doesn't affect you emotionally, how fucking dumb that is, you don't care. And guess what happened is, I'm listening to this fucking woman bash the guy I was talking to the dude that he was living with. And I'm looking at it, and I'm listening to this stuff and that. And then, like, I'm like, yeah, how's it going to be like, I said, you're doing the same thing that me and Jess were doing. Me and Jess were talking about the problem that could have happened at work that me and this other guy talked about. And you, this is how fucking dumb women are. I don't think they know how to communicate at all, especially when they're on fucking drugs or they have like the emotional like intelligence of a fucking peanut. Like they don't understand that when they talk and they say my feelings matter more than my logic, so their feelings are based upon their logic. Right? No, their logic's based upon their feelings. So they change their logical construct around their mind based upon their feelings. And it's so fucking stupid. I'm like, how are you living life? How can you live with all these emotions that literally most of them they're nonsensical. They're made up. You make up a scenario and you live that whole entire day based upon that scenario. Every time you wake up on that, if it's a certain day of the week, you're all like, it's a Monday, so I have to be, oh my God, it's Monday. I gotta be all like, I can't wait. And then throughout the week and that you slowly get perked up. Man, Monday comes around. My Monday, which is going to be tomorrow. Nothing fucking changes. I know I have to go to work. I'm going to wake up early anyway. I know I have to do stuff and that. So I fucking do it. I'm not waking up like, oh, I got to go to work today. I'm like, yeah, I got to go to work. I'm going to work my ass off. I'm going to go in there, have conversations with the cool ass people there, and ignore everybody else that ain't cool, which is like very few people. And so, what I'm trying to say is, this woman has a fine line of hypocriticals, and I'm just laughing my ass off right now. Because he's telling us not to talk behind people's back, but this bitch literally talks behind everybody's back, and I'm hearing it, and now I'm going to reply to the other person about it. I'm going to tell all the manager about what's going on. I'm going to say, yeah, I was like, she's demanding us not to talk about actual logical senses of stuff that we all communicate with because it affects her feelings. She thinks that she can stop it because her feelings get hurt. But when it comes down to someone else, it's okay because I don't care about that person. And I see the slander, and I'm like, dude, do you not know that you're talking and I'm hearing this shit, bitch? Like, are you fucking stupid? I mean, you're a cool-ass person, but you're the fine line turning into a fucking idiot. It's like, I don't give a fuck about the drama here. But when bullshit comes out and bullshit truth comes out, yeah, you bet your ass my ass is going to talk about it. My ass is going to blast your stupid ass so you shut the fuck up and actually speak the damn truth. What are you trying to say? You're creating more drama at work because you're making up shit about people. And it's not even fucking true. Like I said, if you talk the truth about people because you're critiquing them, there's something wrong with that. That's what work is there for. We critique each other to make each other better. If someone has more experience than you, they're going to critique you on it. That's just how it is. I get critiqued. I'm put up trucking that asking questions. Where does this go? Where does that go? Where does this go? And, my manager just gave me, goes there, goes there, goes there. Okay, that's a critique. She's critiquing me. She's telling me where stuff goes. It's a learning thing. But when you use it on people that are emotionally, emotionally immature, they take it and they fucking explode with it. Why? Because they think they do nothing right. Well, of course, you didn't do it right. That's why someone's critiquing you. Because, just like Jesus says, you're not perfect, so why you act like you're perfect? You're not perfect. You don't know everything. That's the problem. That's why people get so upset. They really think they should know everything, and they pound it in their head over and over again. And they say, I have mass anxiety. That's because you think too much about shit that you don't know. I have mass anxiety because you think about stuff in the future that you don't know. You just don't know. So why the fuck do you live a day? You don't even live that day. You live you try to live a month beyond that day. That doesn't exist. You live... So every day you live today. Today's Tuesday. I live on Tuesday. Monday is gone. Am I going to talk about it? Yes. Is it important to me? Yes. Is it fun to talk about stupid-ass people that really say really dumb shit? Absolutely. And that's what I do. Am I being mean to people? To a certain extent, if they take it that way. But just like how I said, it's just nothing but critiquing. So now I gotta be the one to talk about what's going on. She's gonna get talked to again because she's saying stuff about people that's not fucking true. And I'm just like, why do you even have this person even work? To tell you the honest truth. Like, I understand that you need people to fill in a spot. That's fine. What I'm trying to say is, this person never gets critiqued enough, hence why they keep doing this. And they don't want to lose their job because their job is everything to them because that's all they have. Okay, well, maybe you need to start learning and stop fucking doing drugs. Whatever drugs you're doing that. It could be simple drugs. I don't care. But if you're unable to fucking work your full shift without you fucking, like, you're not being a manager, I take the fucking manager lead. I'm the one that's literally become the manager when you're uncomfortable with stuff. I'm the one that has to take the lead. I'm the one that has to, start prepping some food and that because you're in La La Land or whatever it is. A lot of times I'm the one that's in there, dishes pile up. And I ask people, is anyone going to do the dishes? And then the person says, well, this person does the dishes. Like, there's dishes. And the guy said, yeah, there's stuff in there now. I go over there. There's a whole bunch of dishes here. So if we're going to sit here, walk around and talk and that, and there's a problem, yeah, I'm going to be like, okay, it's either I'm going to do it, and then I'm going to say, hey, the crew was being fucking lazy today, and no one did fucking dishes. So now we got to critique people. Hey, I can't be the only one that does everything when people are sitting around doing the bare minimum. Some people actually do their jobs in full, and they do stuff when they're told to. Yes. But people walk past that dish area enormous amount of times. I said, when I'm dropping food, I'm doing dishes. I'm not just fucking sitting there waiting for shit to get done. You have 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or even 4 minutes of waiting timers, unless it's something quick. Then you have to sit there. But normally you have a couple fucking minutes. In a couple minutes, you can get a lot of shit done in a couple fucking minutes. You can get at least 10 to 20% of those dishes done, however much they are, in a couple minutes. If you're not prioritizing your time at work, and then you realize why you have such a bunch of shit at the end of the day to do. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just not going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to sit there and be like, why don't you do that stuff? I was like, well, you guys, first off, I'm not getting paid any more than you, and you're doing less work than me. You don't do it. Well, I do other things. It doesn't matter if you do other things or not. You're not doing this. Anyone can do that. I could do that. You could do this. I get done faster because I get everything done faster because I'm bigger and stronger than everyone, so everything gets done slightly faster. I mean, I could literally try to use a little bit of my own, what we call masculinity. And I'm going to have to speak some words in that when it comes down to certain things. Why is no one not working? Why are you coming to work to have a fucking, a group fucking high school groupie day? You're all gossiping about all this bullshit. You act like this is fucking high school. This ain't high school. You're being paid to be here. You're coming in here and be like, oh my God, hey, everybody. You're doing all this bullshit. And I don't care. As soon as I come to work, I look my energy drink. I sip my energy drink. And I sit there, I wash my hands, and then I wait for someone to get off the line so I can get on because they're about ready to leave. And then in between that, I might do some dishes and that. I might do a little bit of stuff and that. But the thing is, they just pinpoint exactly why they like me coming in. Because I get stuff done. So now it's time for me to not do as much. And they're going to say, like, why is all this stuff getting done? Why aren't you doing things? Because I'll be like, you're relying on me too much. You guys are getting fucking lazy. You guys are getting lazy. You sit around all the time and only work when when you really have to, when someone tells you to, but you only do a specific job, and then everybody else here does their own specific thing they're favorite at. So if it has to get done, it has to get done. We all have a team effort here, but when I'm doing, say, 50% of the work, just to say, on my night shift, and that's in between like 6 and like 2 o'clock in the morning, and there's a lot of other people there, and they're not contributing to that, then I'm pretty much doing everything. Because there's no contributing. If there is contributing to that, then it gets done. And there is. Why do I say half? Because, I don't do everything. There's certain things that need to get done that I don't do because I don't have time to do it. But the main point of closing down the store and that, I do the bulk of the cleaning, so to speak. I set up all the stuff in that for the crew when I leave in that. They basically have like the easiest. They have the simplest way of doing stuff. Their closes are, enormously a lot easier because I set them up to a certain extent a lot better. And I get it done before I leave. So they don't have to do it. I don't have to. But that's what this lady's doing. In her mind, that I don't know what it is. She probably thinks that she has control over me. Because some of these, older ladies and that, she's younger than me, but she's still old enough to know better. She's in her 30s just like I am. And I can just tell. You think you got a hold on me because I come in and I do stuff and that. I feel that vibe towards her. And it's a vibe. I feel it. Other people notice it. They may not say nothing about it, but it's there. And it's like, okay, so we're playing this fucking game. And now it's becoming this whole, like, who's gonna break first kind of shit. Who's gonna be the one that break the tension? And if anybody knows what I mean by that, it seems to be a little bit more than just friend attention. Because I've been noticing it a lot. If I don't give this person enough attention, she doesn't like it. She freaks out. And she does like, oh, where's my attention at? And I don't know what this woman's fantasizing about. I have no idea. Because, I don't know. And it's very annoying. Because I just do my job in that to the best of my ability. I ain't gonna lie, I mean, she's alright. Her body's nice. But, that's because she don't have kids and shit. So her body's going to be a little more nice than that. She got a nice body in that. I mean, for someone that's younger than me, her face looks older than me. And that's because of, whatever happened in her past and that. Whatever stress she had dealt with and that. That contributes to that, I guess. Excuse me. But all I'll just say is, I see something's going on. Just like the other lady. That's how I work with her and that. She's not doing it as much because I've been ignoring the shit out of her, honestly. She's trying to gain my attention and other guys' attention. She just, blibber, blabber, blibber, 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 yeah. Whew. King got cold. And so I'm just sitting there trying to figure out how I'm going to deal with these situations.
As freaking if.
Because it's happening off and on. Thing is saying that it's starting to create a jealous bubble with one of the guys there. It's a simp boy. He's an older man. He thinks he deserves all the women's attention. That he's just. No, I dare say he's kind of
Neutralize.
he's kind of overly hyperactive fucking dude.
Sorry, not sorry.
That sits there and wants all the attention about him. So he acts really fucking stupid and childish, and he wants all this attention. I'm sitting there laughing my ass off, and I'm just I'm like, bro, are you literally sitting there wanting all this fucking attention that
One of these vile
like
creatures
you
is
come
being
in
on edge.
and like, hey everybody, start talking about your life and that, start dramatizing shit, and it's like, okay, you know.
Again.
I was like, give you the heads up. No. People shouldn't fucking care. You're dramatizing your fucking life again. And you come in like, something happened today, and you make up a fucking story in that, and then I actually listen to other people talk about it in that.
Let me get closer! Don't kill him without me! Rude!
How's that crazy, man?
And you think you're all that? You are nothing!
And then I hear from someone else, and I'd actually speak the fucking truth about it. Okay.
I may have taken things a little too far!
It's just so much fucking drama at work. Come on, boo-boos. Yeah, because I already know one of the guys is holding a grudge against me. It's pretty obvious that he is. Because they all talk. They don't talk stuff in front of me. Like how they feel about me. Like they were talking, like one lady's talking about, you know, like, oh, he shouldn't come in and be late. It's always the same person that I say, you know what, it's like every time I come in late, it's just because of labor. And I said that up front. That's why I normally come in late. And she's all compromising with me. She's like, oh yeah, it's because last week you did come in at 8 instead of 6, so I can understand. And she's like, dude, you're the biggest hypocritical woman I've ever known. Why don't you stick with the actual, like, who you are? You're just a bitch. You're just a bitcher. I'm not saying you're a bad person. You just bitch about everything. You're like, you know, you'll say stuff and then you have to cut it back. I'm like, well, I didn't say that. It's like, oh my God. I get it. I get it. Like, okay. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to fuck up. No human being is going to be 100% right. You're going to say stuff in that and then you get told, well, that's not what exactly happened. No shit. That happens all the time. Okay, that's cool. You know, shit happens. But I know a lot of people do this kind of stuff. And why they do this kind of stuff? Because they have mass anxiety. They're always pondering and thinking. So when you stop thinking so much about things and you just kind of I don't know, actually look for the truth, or when the truth comes around, you actually see it. Because when people always second guess them fucking selves, what do they always do? They anxiety-ize themselves. And then they sit there and they believe in something that's not fucking true. And they keep on anxiety. I know it's true. Yeah. You know what that is? That's called selfishness. That's called immaturity. That's called that your life sucks ass and you have to constantly regurgitate stuff. That's fine if you talk about it. Like after today, I've been on talking about it. It does kind of like push my buttons a little bit. Because I'm hearing stuff that is very agitated. And I don't like hearing it because I know it's not fucking true. I know it's a fucking lie. So I talked about another person. And they said, oh, well, we do better than them. And like, no, you don't. You don't do better. I said, we do pretty fucking good, honestly. You work 2 days. Okay. You work 2 days on my shift.
Oh, felt that in my stomach.
And you say that
Little shit.
Animal control to the
that you're doing better
like you so much. Thanks.
without having a certain person there. And I'm sitting there like, what do you mean? So you guys are doing better. It's because I'm fucking here. It's because I'm the one that's doing the bulk of the fucking shit here. That's the only reason why the shit's getting done fast enough as it is. Because you guys are too busy talking, yawking, saying a bunch of random ass shit. Talking, yawking, and you waste all this fucking time because you're like, I don't want to go to work. Every time there's not work, there's always work to do. You're talking and doing all this shit, and you're wasting minutes, and then you're wasting 5-6 minutes, and then the time keeps going up because you keep wasting more fucking time. And then you're sitting there wondering why nothing's fucking done. Yeah, you wasted a whole hour of actual free time to go out there and do absolutely fucking nothing. And then you complain about it later on. Well, nothing done because you guys didn't do nothing. That's why nothing's done. You know, when you have that, this is how it always goes down. Researching this enough, been through it myself, and that when you have mass anxiety, now you never get shit fucking done. You don't get anything done because you second guess yourself. And actually talks about in the Bible. When God says, let things be done, let it be done. Your past is dead. People bring up their fucking past
you could
a
control
lot.
me.
They bring up problems and that because they have no solutions to those problems. You bring up problems because it hasn't been what you want it to be. Your will is stupid. That's why when people when they think their will should be done instead of God's will, that's why you have mass anxiety now, because you really are just fucking stupid. We're all fucking dumb fucks. We don't know shit. You could say how accomplished your life is be if you do point A, B, C, D, E, F, G type shit. But the truth of it is, you might not even get the fucking A. Because you're clueless. You might ponder in circles about that shit. God controls fate. He controls the things that, not necessarily we do, but he gives us a liner. He gives us a path. He gives us the wisdom. He gives us the strength to keep pushing forward. So we see people with mass anxiety and that, when it comes down to it, they made so much issues in their life, and they still rely on themselves to fix an issue that they can never fucking fix. Why do you think people that are addicted can never get over their addiction when they're addicted to drugs? That because they have no salvation. And when you live that life for so long, you think you can break out of it? You think you can break out of a drug habit? Popping all that dopamine in your fucking blood and that, because you have to feel every 5 seconds, because you don't get a feeling then. You can't just sit there and be bored and be dull and just sit there and focus. That's what it comes down to. Like when I'm at work and that, I really don't feel too much when I'm focused. Sometimes I'll be sitting there listening to music and that, I'll just be going in with the beat. And I'll be sitting there, feeling very little. Not say I don't feel at all. No, I feel something. I just don't feel anything that's like negative or distracting. I look at it from a work perspective.
I'm going to cover.
I feel that I want to fucking work. That's
I
it.
wish you would.
So I feel like being active, so I do my job. It's all about how you regulate your feelings. So it's like the one lady I'm talking about. Her feelings are always up and down. They're either like dull, kind of negative, or prissy and kind of like you know, positive. But they're never just strictly just one focus emotion. At work, get done. And people would say, well, you don't know what happened on their day and all stuff. And I say, well, when I look at it, I don't fucking care. You know, like, these kind of people that want to be the fucking emotional police. They always want to be this emotionalizing, all I care about everybody's emotions and that. All they're doing is just for pure attention. They want to act like they're more superior. Acting like they're more superior, and then they're not. And then someone more superior comes around, they get upset and get jealous. That happens a lot. There's a lot of people that really believe that they're more superior than others when they do actually not that good of a job.
There's no I in pink. Just me.
Okay, so if I shoot 2 of them, it kills them. Now that gun's extremely fucking powerful. Yeah, if I get orbital damage up on that gun will do actually catastrophic amount of damage. Sad thing is it doesn't kill them unless I shoot out 2 of them. It's a pretty cool fucking gun. Dude, it fucks them up really good. Wee! Yeah. It just doesn't kill them, which I wish it would kill them. When it explodes, it should do damage back to them. Imagine if I had orbital damage up, which I need to get some more orbital damage. If I get more now, like shooting this, it should just fucking obliterate everybody. So most people only have maybe like 30,000 alive. Maybe 50. If I get it up, it takes like 12,000 or something like that. They'd be fucking awesome. 10,000. Yeah, they're about 50. Like 50 or 45 or something like that. No, about 25.
So I just have to murder everyone and search him for the portrait?
Digging the naive optimism, rookie. But Crimson Resistance business is never that simple.
Oh, there's
the
a quest
portrait's
here.
actually inside a nearby depot. But you'll need a keycard to get in. That keycard is conveniently located on the soon-to-be corpse of that jerk who stole my stuff. Find the jerk, terminate his command. Terminate with extreme prejudice. I'm saying to kill the guy in case that wasn't clear.
So level 50 guys definitely do have a little more life. Yeah, a little more. We got that. Close to 40,000 to shield nut. Heat seeker. Heat seek. Magazine goes up by 25%. Damage increases the longer the beam is fired. I think 16. I don't know, man. try it out for a little bit. I guess he is dead. This is a pretty good fucking job. Does a lot of damage. He's shooting at me. Whatever.
Okay, thanks, bye!
Suck it down! Suck it!
I win!
That was fucking smart. That'd be good for a boss fight. It'd do a enormous amount of damage. I could leave it on, it does recharge, but like that's kind of fucking stupid.
You look ridiculous!
But yeah, so now I'm gonna have to go to work that. I'm gonna do it on Wednesday now. We'll talk about what happened that. See ya.
Got the card. Time to hit the depot?
Correct! To the depot! You're showing remarkable initiative and independence, rookie, which kind of makes my whole job of ordering you around pretty pointless. So, stop doing that!
Yep, already added it to my to-do list.
Hey, what did I just say about independent thinking, rookie?
So, should I not?
Oh, now you want me to hold your hand. Because I will. Literally anytime you want. Anyway, when you're ready, use that key card on the entry console.
I'll get closer!
Never gets old.
Okay. But yeah, we get back that other SMG. Where's the bulldozer? That's not it. No, it's not too bad. Just the damage is so low up front. This one? No, that's the pistol. Is it this one? No, that's the shotgun. Shotgun's not too bad. It's actually kind of fun to use. I have so many fucking legendaries. It is ridiculous. Superheat it. There it is. This gun's amazing. Yeah. This is probably one of the best guns I have. That and that Jacob's pistol I just found. Shoots like a fucking bullet hose. And I got the shield that gives me more running speed and regeneration. And it gives me faster shooting speeds when I have a full shield. And I got the Teen Witch on, which gives me constant shield when I attack people. Where are we going?
Son of a dick! A secret console.
You see? I knew you could do it! Never doubt me again. Now find that portrait!
Well, that's not super creepy.
Moxie galore.
Damn, I I take it back. I'd steal this portrait too.
Guys, got a hidden room in here.
She's an old flame in the sense that she lit me on fire one time, and
Yeah,
then
that's
another
perfect.
5 times. Whew. Speaking of old flames, your next task is to salvage the speech
Got a little
processor
hidden
of a former
perverted room
ally
there.
and fellow claptrap unit, Veronica. Off gates to the solar array.
Well, I mean, there's better pictures of Moxie
Claptrap,
than
this
just
stuff
that
hardly
one.
seems vital. A speech processor? A portrait?
Oh, pictures don't do Moxie justice. She's got it all. Brains, business sense, boundaries. We'd spend hours just
Like the
talking.
visibility ones,
We've
like
had some crazy times, I'd say. And then she'd say, I told you, you're banned for life. Don't make me set you
He's got
on
a
fire
couch just
again.
laying on
I
top of
think I was
a
the only one who
fucking.
really got her. Or at least
He's got a bed
I
laying on top of
tried.
a couch, and he's got
Most
another
people just
cushion
looked at her
underneath.
gazongas instead of listening to her gazongas.
He's got a red light right there, a purple light. I don't know if I can sleep with that shit on. It's always very interesting to look at all this crap on that, see how people like live their lives in a video game. Sitting there staring at Moxie's ass, eating a fucking dead fish. You got some fruits and shit. Got a bunch of candles and that. They're jacking off the Moxie. Not a good life.
Picking up on that death data?
He doesn't want to beat off the fucking Miss Moxie anyway.
These
Yeah,
clowns
you
sure
know
don't want you
that.
to get my stuff back. That or they're really bad hosts.
It's like OnlyFans, but only Moxie.
Want to be suppressed?
This gun is so ridiculous. That's how like these OnlyFans women want it. They want I'm the only hot girl in the world. Well, the only hot girl in the world that's making enormous amount of money is fucking Amaranth and the hoes that agree with the stuff that she does. Amaranth is probably like one of the hottest fucking girls I've seen in my life. Like she's extremely fucking attractive as fuck. Red hair, check. Pale skin, check. Fucking. You know, she got a tight ass body that actually got a, you know, not a fucking fat injected ass. She actually has a meat ass, which means that she doesn't just sit there and rely on. I'm just saying, like, she's a very gorgeous woman. That just her face alone could get her fucking enormous amount of money. That's why her fan base got really big in the first place. Fuck y'all, Chris, bitch. Oh my god, you're a dickhead. Fucking moving too much. Fuck off. You have to shoot this periodically.
The timekeeper will be so disappointed.
Oh, that's what you
Embrace the darkness.
Dude, there's a lot of motherfucking people in here. They must really want my death. Too bad it's really hard for me to die. If not impossible for me to die.
There it is. The Veronica, just out of reach. Behind that very thick wall. Huh. Well, a true Crimson Resistance member can overcome any obstacle. I am not sure how, but you'll figure something out.
Something involving that big-ass laser? Why don't you ask the timekeeper for help?
Rookie, you're a genius, which makes me a genius for recruiting you. Now reposition the rest of the panels.
Oh, that asshole.
And open! Now grab that speech processor. Oh, I can't wait to hear Ron's dulcet voice again.
Bad news. I think the blast fried that processor.
Oh, what? Pick it up, Rookie! Try Robo-CPR! Give it one of your kidneys!
But yeah, basically talk about that person that I despise when people say stuff and that's not exactly true.
Yep, it's toasted.
I mean, I get
Literally.
it sometimes it happens
Sorry,
and
bud.
that, but like,
No! Oh, I rebuilt Veronica from scratch to be my pal. And then, well, it turned
what
out
I don't
she had
like
to
when
say
truth
that
doesn't
too,
get
and
out,
she
it
dropped me
pisses me
like
the
a sack
fuck
of
off.
skag turds. I'll take her back anyway, would you?
Well, I work with
Well,
full-grown
before
men that
you
have
do,
like
I need you
the
to retrieve
sensitivity of
one
a
final
fucking
item,
twat
Rookie.
waffle.
A super
It
valuable
drives me
Crimson Resistance
absolutely
asset
fucking
is being
crazy.
held at the tippy top of the facility. I would have rescued him myself, but apparently no one in the Order
And like
has
it
heard
gets
of
really
accessibility
fucking
ramps.
stupid. And then like when I talk to certain people about emotional things that happen at work and that, yeah, you bet your ass I fucking do. Like when I'm getting attacked and that, and I say people are attacking me and I feel attacked, I'm like, do you guys not understand your temper tantrums and getting angry at me can resort to enormous amount of violence? I'm like, I don't think your emotions understand how much wrath big, strong men like me can perform at if we get fucking tipped over our edges. Like, when you sit there and get really stupid with a person like me that's rather strong as a man, what the fuck do you think's gonna happen? You're gonna get fucking talked to. And if you don't fucking like it, then you can go fuck off. Like, it's that simple. And I get sometimes, like, people don't want to say, like, they don't want to hear it or something like that after they got done blasting that. Like, one of the guys at work at that said some stupid ass shit that wasn't even fucking true. I'm like, I wonder who spread fucking rumors about me because they're fucking retarded and all they have to do is talk about fucking me. But you can't just fucking just talk in general.
Did you say something? I was still thinking about Veronica. See, after she dumped me, some scrapper bandits got to her and the voice box was all.
Like, you can't just talk about what's going on today. You have to fucking bring up
She kind of was like me.
this random shit.
When you haven't had companionship in a long ever, it's easy to get confused.
And then I'm sitting there getting fucking
Just wish making
bashed.
friends was as easy as
And then
mechanical
I have to
engineering.
retaliate because people are just talking
That's why I'm
actual
more into
shit.
mixtapes than
And
friends.
they're just like making up crap. Got a little dirty ass couch here.
Yeah, he's been in there a few months. I probably should have
He
someone
shits
sooner,
himself to
huh?
death.
Well, that's all right. Grab his mask. That's all I really need anyway.
He pooped himself
Alright.
to death.
Where do you want all this junk you made me pick up?
Yeah, he shit
Bring
himself to death.
everything
That's
back to
fucking
me.
terrible.
I've got big plans. Big Crimson Resistance plans. See, I'm gonna use all this stuff to make a shrine to Pandora and all the good times I had there. That way, it'll be like I never left my friends behind, and the Crimson Raiders are still kicking with a new name, and nothing bad happened ever.
Yeah, get fucked, dumbass. But yeah, so I'm finding out who the culprit is. It's this lady, Nat. She's very dramatized, very emotionalized. She speaks stuff that doesn't make any fucking logical sense at all half the time. She makes up stuff and that, and
Maybe it's time to let go.
it's just a big ass fucking conundrum of
Give Kairos a
fucking
shot.
bullshit.
There's gotta be joy for you here too.
What? But
And so now that I'm investigating it, I'm starting to notice certain things about it. And that,
everyone knows that.
yeah.
You read
So now I'm gonna have to talk, and I'm gonna realize, yeah, she's the one that's starting the whole thing, the whole dramatized shit with everybody. She won't shut the fuck up about certain things. She doesn't come into work just to work. She comes to work to dramatize work. She wants all the attention on her, and it's getting to the point where you're starting to say things that, you know, well, first off, they're not fucking true. Because this person was literally talking about someone that I always work with, and I see them on my shift all the damn time, and they work really fucking well. Really fucking well.
and slap him on the wrap with the stuff you recovered for me.
And, like, I hear them say things about them. They're like, if you want to talk about what they do, if they do something wrong, you can talk about it. That's fine. But if you sit there and you sit there and yell and bitch and moan and you get really fucking feisty with people and that, then yeah, you're going to get talked to. You're going to be like, okay, you're being a fucking dick. Shut the fuck up or I slap the shit out of you. You know, you're being ignorant as fuck. You need to be disciplined.
Out with the old, in with the new, eh?
But one of the biggest things is, at least that I have noticed myself, is that
I'm ready. Rookie, shoot the bomb.
Yeah, suck on that, trauma.
I feel weird.
that if it's not true,
Like there's a hole in me. but
then you probably should be saying it, especially if it's something that is making someone's
warm and
reputation
stings,
look
but
bad.
in a good way.
If you're, and this is what jealous and emotional people do. People are too, like, they're negative emotions all the time.
It wasn't
Jesus talks about it, you know, what you say is what you are.
still saved the day.
You speak very negative of people all the time, and you speak very negative of yourself, and you don't want to get caught in your own bullshit. You have to make up lies to be like, oh, well, I didn't say that. And you did say that. The thing is, everybody else is talking about it. And so now it's going to have to be talked to about it again, because now I know that shit's being stirred. Because being stirred about me. Like this lady, I never work with this lady at all. I barely ever worked with her. She just started working on my shift in the last, like, month or so. And she only works maybe a couple days a week. And sometimes I'm never even working with her because I'm off some of the days I'm working with her on the week. So I work with her once a week most of the times. And so I'm sitting there, I'm just like, okay, I barely work with you. Like, I actually work with you. I spent like maybe an hour around you, but we don't actually do anything. We don't talk in that. We don't communicate in that. So and so I'm trying to, like, get this perspective down. I go, okay, so, like, you barely know me, and perhaps you might only know me through what other people say, which is fine. You know, some people might actually speak the actual truth. One of the guys I work with, he's a cool ass fucking dude. I call him out. His name's Jacob. He's cool as fuck at that. He's one of those guys that's very logical. He sees what he speaks. He's actually rather intelligent. He doesn't sit there and be a fucking complete moron. He actually looks at it from a logical perspective of actual truth and evidence, not just feelings and bullshit. I'm like assuming shit instead of actually having the evidence to back it up. And one day, he was talking about something that he's like, oh, what about this person that? Because we had a person leaving that, so we were talking about that. He's like, give me your, I said, I was like, I really don't give a fuck about what other people do. This is a job, bro. Like, I don't fucking care. Like, we can talk and have fun, but I'm not going to invoke my feelings on everybody else because I have no control over your life. I'm not going to hurt my emotional psyche just to sit there and try to feel for someone else. I don't care about your fucking life. If you want advice, cool. I'll give you advice because I'm older. I'll say, hey, yeah, speak the truth and only the truth, so help me God. Only speak the fucking truth. If you speak nothing other than the fucking truth, then if someone catches you saying stuff, then yeah, you should be critiqued on it, which is fine. That's how you learn the actual truth itself. But if you sit there and you just speak fucking bullshit about people, and then you want to sit there and say that you're never talking shit, but you're the only one that is talking nonsense. Because people say about, let's start with me, that about critique and work, and I say, I critique everybody at work. This is a fucking job. There's no excuse for you to sit there and emotionalize your whole fucking life at the damn workplace. I don't give a fuck. If you want to talk about something in low key and say, give me your opinion about something, that's cool. Get advice from someone that you trust. But don't sit there and spill your fucking dirty, smelly, cum-infested fucking laundry all over everybody else, and we have to fucking sit there and smell your bullshit. Well, I have no friends, I have no one to talk to. That's not anyone's fault but your fucking own, bro. Everyone wants to air out their dirty laundry, but no one wants to fucking clean the dirty laundry. They all want to air it out and have everybody smell their shit so they can feel bad for them. Man, I ain't feeling shit for you. Why do I have to be negative towards your stupidity? Fuck you and fuck your damn emotions, bro. Like, you have no reason to fucking spill your dirty laundry every time you come in. Like, if there's a problem, that's a problem. I get it. Like, if someone died in your family or something happened in your life and that you're dealing with stuff and that, and you want someone to give you a little bit of love and that, I get it. You need that love. That's fine. But if you're airing out your personal problems that you can't fix your fucking damn self, that you keep on airing out, the first time, cool, because I don't fucking know you. The second time, okay, I'll give you advice. The third time, shut the fuck up. I don't care. I give this one dude advice all the time, and then I figure out it was he was doing partial fucking talks about it, because I actually know the full truth about his actual relationship, and then I find out that he's the piece of shit fucking person, that he's sitting there and he's just a terrible fucking person, and he's trying to compromise with it by act like he's all goody two shoes and all that shit. Man, fuck you and your damn emotions, bro. You're a full-grown damn man at almost 50 years old, man. You playing these games and that. He's a cool dude, but my God. And he don't like me at all because I get more attention than he does, but... it's like, dude, because you're trying too damn much. When you worry too much about life and not let life, grant you the blessings you deserve from God... Well, it's like it's not even deserve, it's that you get gifted to. God gifts you blessings because he loves you. But if your dumbass doesn't follow what God wants you to do, like being a good person, not being on drugs and that, not doing this, not doing that, then you don't deserve anything. But you still get those gifts though. God still gifts you those things. You don't deserve it because none of us fucking do. But God still gives us stuff. That's what's good about when we're sinners, we're all sinners together. So there's no one person higher than another. It doesn't matter in God's eyes. You think God cares about how much money you fucking have? No, he doesn't. It's not to say he's not happy, because he does talk about in the Bible that, money's not an issue. Wealth is not an issue. It's just how you look at wealth. Are you looking at wealth through your means alone or through my means? You're looking through wealth through, how do you use it or not? Or you use it for a power struggle and that so you can have more than everybody else, so you can control everybody else. It's not your job to control fucking no one, because I don't even control anybody. The Almighty God Almighty doesn't control anybody. He gave us free will for a reason. And people like to backtrack that shit, be like, well, he should just control us all anyway because I don't want to have to do stuff on my own. I said, well, that's the problem of it is. He tells you that in the Bible. He says, give it to me for that I will be the one to lay you the rest. He always does that. So all this stuff, even the stuff that I'm talking about, it's just personalized stuff that I see at work. And it is drama. But it's unfaithful drama. It's untrue bullshit. So my will, my spirit's telling me to defend the people that are being slammed down. Because that's what God interprets us to do in general. To do stuff that is untrue to make it truth. Which means if you hear untrue shit, you tell the truth about the untrue stuff. And then people could sit there and be like, okay, well, that's fucking stupid. Why did that person say that? And then they have to be talked to. And they're going to do the whole soppy story and that. And if I hear that stuff from that, I was like, why do you keep doing that stuff? What do you mean you know your business? Like, yeah, well, it kind of is my business now because I'm hearing my name or I'm hearing stuff that I personally said. I said, here's what it is. They give you the biggest advice in the world now. You need to stop caring about everything. Stop worrying about everything and everybody's fucking feelings. I said, the reason why you have negative feelings, because you have negative feelings. Them feelings implicate outwards through your heart, through your tongue. That's why you do those things. You don't do those things because you can't get rid of them. You choose to keep them in you because you don't want to be saved. You don't want to be positive. You want to be negative. You don't want to smile. You want to compress and suppress your feelings with drugs and all kinds of narcotics and that. That's the reason why people drink. That's the reason why people do drugs. And Xanaxes and Percocets and all this shit and that. They do all that stuff. Why? Because they're trying to suppress their negative emotions because they don't want them to get out. But the thing is, negative emotions always get out because demons don't give a fuck. That's why the cycle keeps on continuing. You don't do the things that you fucking hate. You do the things that you like. People like being negative because it gives them attention. It gives them uncanny victim attention. They say, poor me. But people that don't want to feel bad about these fucking people, guess what happens? They attack them and say, you have to feel bad for me. I don't have to feel nothing. Step off, bitch. Before I step on, I shouldn't have to feel absolutely nothing. It's up to you to feel that way. It's not up to anybody else. And I completely get why people say those things, why people do those things. It's because, well, first off, your life's probably boring as fuck. Which I can see that. Some people's lives are extremely fucking boring. They sit around all day and they don't implicate with life. They don't try to change the life in any which way. They just live their same boring existence over and over again. And they want things to change through other people's means. So they want a boyfriend to change them because they're a woman. They want a girlfriend to change them because they're a man. I said, why do you need to be in a relationship for someone to change you? Like, I say a lot of fake stuff and that to get girls' attention and that when I was younger and that. But now, I'm just myself. And then I get people, Now that I work with that, they tell me, it's like, don't ever change. Always speak the truth. Be blunt as fuck. And I am. I'm blunt as fuck. When I don't like something, I'm just like, that's stupid. If it's something that's like, just a minor annoyance, I just flat out fucking ignore it. Because there's people that want you to say stuff and that because they just want you to react to it. And if you ignore them, they have to sit there, they have to think of other things. Like, if I have multiple women that are fucking trying to, like, hit on me and that, which happens quite a bit, evidently, I ignore them. I ignore the shit out of them. And I don't care. I just ignore you. If you're absolutely fucking annoying and you're talking all day long on that, and the stuff that you're talking about doesn't make any fucking sense, and like, it's just like, what are you talking about? I'll just ignore you. It's like, don't you know about this? Don't you know about that? It's like, I don't watch TV all day. I don't know shit about celebrities, and I really don't give a fuck about celebrities. I don't follow celebrities. I follow God. God's a little more fun and way more important than follow a bunch of fucking retarded people out there that sit there and yell and scream in a mic. Sometimes sound good. Most times sound like shit in real life. And you guys fall in line because you guys are all a bunch of sinners. Oh, wait a minute. You're not sinners. That's what you think. You think you have full control of your life. Okay, you do. But the biggest thing is, you can only control so much. Because you don't know how your life's going to be. God does. Anyway, I'm going to drink. What do you guys want? You guys are little tiny puppies. Yeah, I just probably go back to sleep. Oh, it's a nice temperature in my room. It's chilly. Feels like it's probably like 60 degrees, if not lower than 60. No, you guys don't need to go outside again. You guys have been outside already. What? To go outside again? Okay, fine. You big babies. And dogs like being out in that fucking cold. But yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with this situation, Matt. I mean, not 100%. I know a couple things in my mind that I'm going to probably have to talk about in general, try to figure out. Because, like, the honest truth is, like, I just don't personally hate when this drama stuff happens at work. And because this person that I'm talking about that always does this stuff, she creates a lot of drama. Because herself has a lot of drama in that. Herself is on drugs and that, and it's, we all know that she doesn't. Because I've seen her, like, I've seen, like, she has, like, this little, like, little purse pack. It's like a little tiny purse pack. It's like a handheld purse pack. And she always takes it in, and I saw it. And she always takes it in the bathroom. And I say, yeah, you have your fucking drugs in it. You have like a little canister of fucking whatever the fuck that you're doing now. You probably have pills in it or something like that you pop during the thing. It's big enough to carry a pill bottle. So it carry 2 pill bottles. You be able to pop some pills and shit or whatever the fuck that you're doing that. Like, it's pretty fucking obvious. You're not going to bring... I don't go in the bathroom and go in the back room and bring a little thing with me before I go to the bathroom. I just go to the bathroom to take a shit or to take a piss. Wash my hands and then get out. I'm not going to the bathroom to sit there and be on my motherfucking phone and that and sit there and be like, oh, I don't want to be. I'm on my phone all the time anyway, half the time when I'm on my fucking breaks and that. I just take a fucking break when we're slow. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going on a 30-minute break. I'll go 30 minutes. I'll be on my phone that just laughing about stupid shit and then go right back to work. I entertain myself with work. I'm like, okay, I gotta get this done, this done, this done, this. I got selective things I have to get done at work at certain times. That's just how it is. But yeah. But I gotta speak the truth, so I'm gonna talk about tomorrow. It's only her, it's not the other guy now. She's the one starting all this drama and shit. She constantly does it, and like even like the person that like knows her, I guess it's her sibling that, and she's even the one that says, yeah, she does this shit a lot. And I was like, well, she's gonna get nipped, she's gonna get disciplined. Like she can't keep on doing this shit. It's like it's super hypocritical to say one thing and then do the opposite of what you say, or say the complete opposite to cover your own ass. Like, anyone that knows a liar knows that people that are liars stay and lie. You know, when they get like, oh, you found out, oh, da, da, da. Make up shit. Same as me in that. When I say stuff, I say true to what I say. At least try to. You know, I got fired from my job because I spoke the fucking truth.
For Jewish people, I'd fire that president. I'd fire that. But go look at the polling. When it comes to young people, 20-year-olds, when it comes to Israel or Jewish people, and both sides of the aisles, the Democrats and the Republicans, not big fans. But Dave Portnoy, he's going to fix that today, guys. He's got a mission, right? A mission from Israel. He's going to fix. No, he's not going to fix it. He's going to pour fuel on the fire over here. He's going to have a 20-year-old arrested for saying something mean to him. So, again, Dave Portnoy is a dude who I guess made a lot of money doing pizza reviews. That's incredible. God bless America. You should be America first. I don't think that's going to be a way to make millions in Israel. But anyway, he is a Jewish man who does pizza reviews. And, he's very Jewish, right? Very, very Jewish. Dave Portnoy's alleged heckler has been arrested and charged in Mississippi. Oh, what happened? What? Well, he's doing a pizza review, and a 20-year-old goes by, he throws coins on the ground, and then he shouts, fuck the Jew. And Dave Portnoy says, I'm going to have you arrested. And then gets him arrested. Obviously, the 20-year-old, you shouldn't throw stuff at people. He didn't hit him. Because people are saying that the kid should be charged with assault and a hate crime for throwing coins at Dave Portnoy. He threw coins at the ground. We have the video. He didn't throw. That's a dumb thing to do, by the way. That's a dumb, stupid. You shouldn't do that. And then he shouts, "Fuck the Jews." None of this is illegal. It's not great behavior. It's not illegal, but he gets arrested again. When your people, when there's a conspiracy that your people run things and you're not allowed to question them, you're not allowed to criticize them.
The whole Jewish thing. Let's talk about this. What did God say about Israel? That's all you have to say. What did God actually say about Israel? He said, you are not the promised people. You war. Israelites war, but you kept on failing to not notice me. That's what God literally was speaking in the Bible in that. So as Jesus came down, the Son of God, they knew from the prophets, they knew the Messiah was going to come. They knew from prophet Isaiah and Moses, they knew the Messiah was going to come. And they denied the Messiah. Of course Jesus is going to deny you. You had all the time in the world. You had all the blessings from Abraham all the way till King David and all these other people in that. And you still didn't recognize the Son of God, the Messiah. That's why Jesus said the Messiah hasn't came yet. Messiah's already came. Oh, no, it's not because our Torah. Your Torah is a fucking lying piece of shit, bro. It's a lie. Torah's a lie. You guys crucified Jesus. You guys crucified the Messiah because you didn't believe that he was. But a lot of Romans did when he died. A lot of other Jews did when he died. So Jews still think you're the promised people? No offense, you're not. Israel in the Bible wasn't promised anything. The reason why God did that stuff in that, because you were supposed to be. And then he said it's for the world to have. Everybody in the world. It's not to say that Jews are bad, no. But their Torah is a very horrible fucking book. It doesn't even speak half the truth that needs to be spoken. A lot of that shit was made up because they don't believe that the Messiah was here. Newsflash, Jesus came, he was the Son of God, he was the Messiah, and that's just plain simple. Why do you think the Word of God came out? Isaiah talked about it. The prophet that you guys all seem to sit there and talk about. Isaiah told the flat out fucking truth. Because it was Jesus that gave him the words to say. Jesus is the Word of God. He gave everybody the Word. Through Moses, through Abraham, that was Jesus. Jesus did all that. That wasn't the Father, that was Christ. Christ is the one that told them all that stuff. Like, that's literally what happened. But Jews still think they're the promised people. Promise? That sounds like pride. That's a gigantic fucking sin. You weren't promised nothing. What you got is what you got. You chose to go away from God, and then you sit there and you spit on Son of God. You spit on the Word of God, and you sit there and say you still want to be the promising people. Sorry, you're fucking not. You're not, no, I'm sorry. You're a very far-fetched, fucking hypocritical asshole of people. I see them all the time, always doing all this stuff, and I think they got, their heritage means everything. I said, God never said that you specifically, just like the Muslims think their shit means everything. It's everybody means everything. It's for everybody to be glorified, not just specific fucking people. And that's the fucking problem with their religion. It's all about me, 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 just like the feminist fucking shit. You talk about the Torah, you talk about the Jewish people and the Muslim people and that, they're kind of like feminists. They're all about me, 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 me. Not everyone takes that religious seriously. Yeah, not everyone takes the Muslim religious seriously, just like not everyone takes the religious of fucking feminism seriously. But you always get the ones that do. They believe in full that they're the promised ones. None of us are no better than anybody else. We're all sinners. And guess who said that? God, Jesus, the Lord of all lords, Jesus Christ said that in front. What did he say? No one else is good but God. You are all sinners in God's eyes. It doesn't matter how much you work. It doesn't matter how much you do try to be perfect. You cannot do it alone. You cannot. Which means there is no way impossible for us not to sin with our own will. You can't live a perfect life with your own will alone. Because demons don't give a fuck about your will. Demons don't care. You have no power over them. Jesus does. That's why the word has power. Jesus' name has power. You could say Yahweh. You could say Jehovah. The name of God that God gives us. Does it mean something? Yes. Do they understand it? Yes. But Jesus got full-on authority through the Father. He gave the Son of God. The Father gave the Son all the authority. And that's it. Game over. Messiah came. He won. We're just waiting for him to come back. It's pretty fucking simple. People want to discuss it and yell and scream about it. It's like, I really don't care. You want to make sure that's your people that are promised people. I say everyone rejoice. Everyone rejoice. The king is going to come back. Jesus is going to come back like he said he would. The Bible was not lying about any of the shit that's happening today. He talked about it. Talk about universal connection. Everyone can be able to talk to each other now. You talk about the fucking internet. This is back 2,000 years ago, before the internet even exists. He said everyone around the world is going to see the freaking exile of Christians again. Everyone around the world is going to see Christians getting beheaded in that. The whole world's going to look at it and be like, this is fucked up. That's the internet. Jesus Christ talked about the internet 2,000 something years ago. And it came true because that's exactly what's been happening. The whole world's starting to notice the genocide of Christians. Not fucking Jews, not fucking Muslims, Christians. And who hates Christians more than than a lot of Jews do? Can't say Jews actually hate Christians. They dislike them because what they believe. Muslims hate Christians a lot. And you know what? It's not even the Muslims. It's the evil people in this world. Satan's followers. Satan himself fucking hates us. He hates people that follow God because he has no authority over us. He hates people that follow Christ because he has no authority over Jesus Christ. That's his whole point right there. It's not the people. The humans don't hate other humans. It's the demons that dwell in them that hate humans. It's that negative feeling that you get. If you're a happy-go-lucky person, you don't hate anybody. I don't hate anyone. I dislike what people do. Yeah, to a certain extent, but I don't hate them. I don't have negative responses to them. I just don't like what they do because, well, they do stupid shit and it's funny. And people lie about stuff. I want to tell the truth about it. But that's what the demons do. They don't want you to know the truth about God. That's why they always mock God. One of the ladies at work, Lily, mocked God. I thought it was, like, okay. She did it in a way that was kind of stupid. Someone said Jesus, and she says, oh, who said my name? And I'm looking at it, I think about it from both perspectives and said, as you're noticing that Jesus actually exists because you called it out that you were him. I mean, that's the start of knowing that Jesus exists. But she was mocking God. And I didn't say nothing. I'm like, no, I ain't gonna say nothing. Father already heard it. It's already been heard. I'm like, you're going to be dealt with like you should be dealt with discipline. because it was a straight up blasphemy thing to assume that you are the Son of God. And that's what she was implicating. Because the way she said that, she said it in a very, like, defining way that she is holy by using the word Jesus. And I said, you aren't using the word Jesus as a normal name. You're using it as the name of the person that is our Messiah. The name of the person that is our Lord and Savior. And I'm just like, yeah, have fun with that. Because when you mock God, and I don't give a fuck how precious you are in this fucking world, I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen with me. You go through a lot of shit. You go through a lot of torments. You go through a lot of stuff. God just doesn't let you off because you mock him. How dare you mock our Creator with your zodiac signs? God gets mad at you for that. Because you're not the one. He created all that. That's what I said. It's like, why do you go to the zodiacs, but you should just go to the creator of the zodiacs? He's the one that designed the fucking universe. He's the one that designed the world, put the stars in place and that. Why don't you go to the creator? Why the hell are you going to the sky and thinking that that's it? Well, the stars, it's because you're stupid. Every scientist knows there's a creator. Even Neil deGrasse dumbfuck Tyson, he even recognizes that there has to be a creator. He says there has to be a sign of intelligence. There's no way that there's not. Yeah. If it's God or whatever it is, you always gotta say God. How many people, this is what makes it funny. Listen, in your whole entire life, how many people say Jesus or God? How many people say Jesus? People say Satan, Lucifer. No, they're not banging their girlfriends saying, oh, Lucifer. Why? Because there's no pleasure with Lucifer. Because Lucifer is a demon. He's an entity. He's a bad entity. I mean, he's a fallen angel, so he's not a demon, he's a fallen angel. But he has very demonic ways. No one says Lucifer. No one says Satan. They always say God. When you're banging your girlfriend, you're like, oh, God. Why? Because God means pleasure. God means love. That's why we say those things. It's a natural response to the Spirit. That's why we say Jesus this, God this, Jesus this. We don't say it because we want to. We say it because it's a natural response. When people get mad at each other or when people get hurt, they're like, oh, Jesus Christ. Or they say, oh, God. Why? Because they know with that pain, they have to go to the one up above that heals that pain. Our bodies, our spirits naturally respond to God in general because how we are created. We were created in God's image and thy image. So when we respond to, say, pain or suffering, we always go to who? We always go to God. We try not to because we're stupid. We try not to go to God. When you have anxiety in that, I pray. Or I talk about God. I communicate with God. You know, just have a conversation. People say, how do you know if you hear God? Because you feel it. When I bring up Jesus Christ, my air gets cleared. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful to have faith in something that actually works? Jesus Christ's name is an actual powerful, super powerful name. When you say the Son of God is behind that name, Jesus Christ, it changes the air. It changes everything. Because no one can overcompensate Jesus Christ. He is our King. He is our Lord. Doesn't matter what religion you are. Like I said before, doesn't matter what religion you are. Doesn't matter anything. Like when I talk about people at work and that, I want to get heavenly advice. And what I know, feel in my spirit in that, because what I come to when I gave myself to Christ, and I'm still working on certain things in that, but I believe in full that He exists, and I felt His presence multiple times now. Not even seeing Him, just felt His presence. I knew He was there. It's astounding. It feels like you've been reborn again, just like they say online that. It feels like a rebirth. It feels like you were given like a new life. You're changing your life through him. And he's always there. He's always there. He's always giving you the feelings to do this, to do that. That's what your feelings are, actually. When people get negative feelings, because the demons in your spirit, you get unclean spirits in you that give you these negative feelings, and they don't want you to be loved. They don't want you to be hated. But as soon as you start to believe in Jesus Christ, those entities get flustered. They get mad because they know they can't do nothing about it. They say, this human flesh is believing in Christ. The Spirit is coming in. And when the Holy Spirit comes in, those demons can't do shit. They have to vacate. They can't do nothing. Because when God comes in, you're good. You might feel things that are negative, but you're not going to replace your spirit with those negativities. Because people around you that might be super negative because they're just negative people. But when you have the Holy Spirit, you're like a beacon. Negative entities attract to you. That's why some people, like myself, and if I go in my past, that's why I always attract whores. I always attract slutty ass bitches. They have boyfriends and that, they want to fuck me now. And they all do it. They all fucking do it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if they're married or not. If they have that negative entity in them, that succubus sexual entity in them, they're going to attract. Because they see that I have love, and they see that I am faithful with my love. I won't have sex with you unless. So those demons tempt that. They'll be like, well, I can get you to have sex with me because this chick's hot and that, you know. She's got big old titties and that, you know you want to fuck her and that. But I don't do it. And it happens all the time. Like, it's purely annoying. Now that I know why, because that's how entities work. Humans don't understand what they're doing half the time because entities control the basis of them. They guide them. The one that worships thyself gets guided by demons. The one that worships God gets guided by God. Why do you want to get guided by demons? Why does anyone get guided by demons? That negative feeling you get, that anxiety you get, that you think that you know and you want to know everything, and it makes you get headaches, you get migraines, you get all stuff from that. Who gives a fuck? Jesus tells us not to worry. Come to me. He will lay down the foundation for your life. He will be the one to control your finances, to control your life. And it's not to say to control it in the way of bad, but to control it in the best way possible. If you really think that you have free will, you do. But if you really think that your will is the best will to be done, you're wrong. Because what demons do is, these unclean spirits attach themselves to people that don't let God come in. So what happens is you worship yourself over God. And what God does is, he says in the Bible, he says, that's what your will, if you want your will to be done, since you have free will, I'll let it be done. It saddens him to understand that's what he put in place. It says in the Bible. I really respect that a lot because that's just how it is. It's just like when you have a girlfriend and she wants to cheat on you, break up with you, don't argue with her. Just let her cheat on you and break up with you. Because that's what she wants to do. If she doesn't want to be with you, you can't make up a bunch of bullshit to get her to be with you. Guys fight all the time. If one wants to be with you, she'll love you to the day you die. If she doesn't want to be with you, she'll cheat on you. A cheater always cheats. And you want to know why they do that? Because cheaters never admit that they're cheating. They make up excuses. When you start to lie, it's a very bad sin. You have unclean spirits attached to you. Any woman that's done a seance before, and they're like, well, I've done seances and that, you ever notice how your life changes in 10 years? You ever notice in the next couple of years in that, you start to fuck more, you start to do all these crazy things more than that, and you want to know why? Because you have an unclean spirit that you invited. Those demons attach you to that, and they want you to feel good. They want you to have orgasms and that with unmarried men and shit. They want you to have sex with everyone and drink and do drugs and that. Why? Because it keeps you on a psychological roller coaster, and that's how they condemn you to hell. They're like, man, this person's fucking like, oh man, they love this shit. You think the demons don't care? That's why they attach to you. They don't give a fuck. But the thing is, you can always get rid of the demons because God's always there for you. He's just waiting for you to submit. You either submit to demons or you just submit to God. You only have two choices. People say, well, that's not true. If you want to worship yourself or anybody else over God, you are submitting to demons. It's either one or the other. You're either with God or you're not with God. When you're with God, life gets brighter, life gets better. When you're not with God, life gets worse. You do more drugs, you get more tattoos, you get more drunk. You sit there, you have mass anxiety, you stress out about life and that. It's just how it is. It says it in the Bible plain and simple. When Adam fell, when he took the tree of knowledge and ate from it, God told him, now you will die. And he didn't want him to be like that. He didn't create us to die. He created us to live forever in harmony with him. He wants us to reproduce and live in harmony with him and his garden. That was the whole point. We weren't supposed to be in the world, like Earth wasn't supposed to be a sinful world. It was supposed to be inhabited. God gave us domain over it. The angels weren't supposed to fight against him. If Lucifer never rebelled, we would all have eternal life still. We'd all be living youthfully and being happy with God. God would really walk with us in that. But I have to say, fuck you, Lucifer. How do you ruin such a good thing that humans had with the Lord up above? How can you ruin your own self and that for being such a fucking idiot? Honestly, yeah. Lucifer fucking screwed over everything. I blame him because it is his fault. Because you want to be something that that your father created you to not be. You have no power to overstomp the creator. He's the creator. He created you. So how in your mind would you ever think that you want to be more powerful than him? You can, but you can't. Because no one has real power. God the Father, Son, and Holy Spirit are the only ones that have the power. And I get sometimes that people want to go through these cycles and that and think about this stuff and that. I say, well, I'll tell you this right now. From the bottom of my heart. God is real. Jesus is true. Jesus was real. God became flesh, the Son of Man, the Son of God, the Word of God. It's all true. How do I know this? Because I have huge faith in it. It changed my life because of it. And I don't care what anybody says, because if you haven't felt what I felt, like right now, I have the Holy Spirit around me. I know He's here. I can feel His presence, because I'm trying to speak the Word of God. I feel the calm in the air. I'm not agitated anymore for what I was saying. Because all I do is I have to speak the truth about what happened today at work. Or yesterday at work. Well, it'll be today. I speak the truth about what people say because they say things that aren't true, they're not real. That's all I have to do. So I have to say to anybody else in that, if you have problems at work and that, Pray. Pray. Talk about it with Jesus. Talk about it with God. Because He's always there for us. He's never too far away. Because He made us out of love, which means He's always going to be there for us. So if you have huge amount of problems, if you have mass anxiety in that, pray. Go through the Bible in that. Go on YouTube and listen to the Bible on YouTube. Listen to Psalms. Psalms is really comforting. There are songs about how God actually is. Listen to the disciples talk about Jesus in that. They all were very precisely writing this stuff down. That go through and listen to certain ones. Listen to Job or listen to Hebrews. Listen to all these things that actually are talking about the truth. They're not just stories that you hear as a little kid, because I heard the stories myself. I didn't have a huge amount of faith, because I want to be in this corrupted world. I want to be, learn about celebrities and shit over God. But now that I'm older than that, I'll tell you this right now. No one else matters but Him. And I hope everybody finds Him. I hope everyone finds Christ in their hearts. Talk to Him for yourself. Don't do it because someone like me tells you to. Do it for yourself. I'm only giving you these things because it actually does work. But everybody has different plans. You might be more faithful than what you think. But when you utter the words, and Jesus says specifically, when you utter the words and you say, Jesus, Lord Jesus Christ is our Savior. Lord Jesus Christ is our King. He's the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. He is everything to us. When you speak words, your words mean more than your fists do. Your words are the ones that move the mountains with faith. Your words are the ones that change everything, because we were created with the Word. Everything was created with the Word. God didn't move His hands around and do claymation. He said, let it be done, and it was done. That's why the Word means so much. And what you say implicates who you are and how you feel. It implicates where your heart's at. You could be frustrated, say like I am. I'm a truth seeker. I don't like fucking bullshit. There's a lot of people out there just like me. We don't like lying bullshit. I work with people like that. We have conversations about it. We're all like, why do people say this and do this lying bullshit? I said, well, it's because they're pieces of shit people. They're wicked people. They're very negative in that. They don't like themselves in that because they've been through a lot of shit. And so negative people know how to compromise with other negative people. That's why they favoritism themselves. Like, oh, I agree with you. Like, you agree with a liar because you are a fucking liar. That's why you agree with a liar. So, we're going to see what's going to happen. That lady at work at literally mocked my Lord. She didn't mock her in a bad way, but she did mock him enough to where it got my attention. When she said that stuff and that. I'm just like, oh no. Like, why do we walk down the path like that? I was like, please stop mocking Jesus. Because the Father does not care to, He's going to judge you. He's going to discipline you. And sometimes it's for the good. Sometimes you have to mock God to get to know God. That's how God always works. God has the whole thing under control. I kind of like thinking about it now. It's just how it works. So I didn't really, like, when she said that stuff and that, she says, oh, you say my name? I'm Jesus. It's like notifying that He's there. That's all you're doing. You're not really mocking Him, because you're not really saying anything bad about Him. You just said His name. That's the start. So I'm going to see, how it's going to play out. Hopefully it plays out in a good way. I'm sure it probably will in that, because it's starting to grow on people in my place. Just like God said. When you get the Holy Spirit, His will is always done. And when it comes down to it, it's like every place I go to now that I have more faith than I've ever had, period. And now that I know God, because I know a lot about God in general, and that through the Bible, and I know about Jesus, and that through how I feel, and that when it comes down to being saved. And that I know how He works in that because I hear it from the Bible. He works in mysterious ways. So mysterious ways means anything and everything. When you get that feeling that you want to get closer to Him and you refuse that feeling, that's God literally talking to you. So just give you the heads up. That's how God talks to you. God doesn't talk to you with like yelling and screaming. Because He talks to you with a gentle whisper, a gentle wind, a gentle breeze, a gentle feeling in your heart. When you come across people and that, God literally talks to you through that. And it's the hardest thing in the world to feel and to see because we're so used to all this distraction. Like, I really want to get donuts. But it's too fucking late. I think I'm going to go to the steakhouse today. That sounds good. I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to hit that steakhouse. Eat me a big old fat steak. Maybe see, there's a hostess up there that has she's really attractive. She got a nice butt on her. Yeah, why not? A little attractive. I don't talk too much, but yeah. But yeah, God gives us those little feelings. That's what you have to look out for. You ever hear like the tingling rings in your ears and that? People say, oh, it's whatever the fuck it is, like. They say, oh, it's a medical term for it. Yeah, you can put a medical term on anything, but no, it's a spiritual talking. And sometimes you get the rings in your ears and that, and you go by how your dreams are too. Like, most of my dreams are trying to get out of the hell that I was in. It's always asking for help. Like, I'm always asking for help. I always have dreams that are very weird and awkward and that. But I ask for help because I'm actually getting into my deep sleep. And I can actually communicate with God more because I'm getting into a deep sleep. And that's what it is. And so, that's what my ass is going to do. I'm get on some Horror Geek. I like him that because he doesn't cuss a lot. He's actually just really funny, man. I'm trying to get out of cussing so much. I mean, I tend to do it off and on, but I'm going to try to cut it back and get better at it. But hey, it all starts with somewhere. Anyway, I'm getting off, guys. You guys have a beautiful day, and God bless. And we'll end this with the Lord's Prayer. So we'll start ending it with the Lord's Prayer all the time in that. Because I think we all deserve love, and the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit are always there for us. Don't believe in all what everybody else says, because they're lying to you, because they don't know the truth. Once you feel it, it stays with you forever. So we'll end it like this. Our Father, whose art is heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thou in the kingdom, power, glory, forever and ever. Amen. Do it for yourself. Don't just listen. When you say it, it works. When you say it, it moves heaven for you. People want to interpret God as being this horrible person that. And I said, well, maybe you think he's so horrible in that because he doesn't change your life. Well, if you read the Bible and that, he tells you how to get in touch with him. He tells you the Lord's Prayer actually means something. That's why the Word of God, Jesus himself literally said it. It's to authorize him over you. That's basically what the Lord's Prayer is all about. is to give thanks to him for our daily bread, for our food. To say his thy will be done as it is and as I was like, hold on. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. When he says as it is in heaven, means authority in heaven is all his will. On earth, it's not. As in, people don't give in to his will as much. But the angels do. The angels know God, indefinitely. They all have free will. It's not to say they don't reproduce. You know, people say, oh, they don't have it. That, like, well, Lucifer had fucking cock and balls. There's female angels, too. There's angels, like, it's just how it is. But a lot of times, we have to give in to the demons to be able to sit there to alleviate ourselves. So one of the things I'm going to go out with, this is the truth that comes from me. I personally been trying to fight against lust for many years now. And I don't look at women. I don't do that stuff. And I try to pull away. It never works. Now that I'm more faithful in that, I let the feelings go all over the place. I give into it every single time. I don't give into the way of being perverted. As like the person notices that. If they do notice that, whatever. And I have to say to myself, it's because I'm meant to be with a woman. I'm meant to have a girlfriend. That's why I do the lustful acts. Because I want to be with a woman. If I had a woman, and I did it before with my ex, when I had her, all I thought about was her. I didn't think about any other girl. All I thought was about how fat her booty was, or how nice her tits were, or how nice her face was. I didn't care about any other girl. Because I had a girlfriend. I enjoyed her. At first, I didn't think she was attractive looking. I thought she was alright. But as you get to know people in that, like her body was great. She had a nice body and that, which most people go by. And I, I want my girl to be, skinny and that, not be, fucking massively obese and shit, because it's just not an attractive thing. But the face structure changes the more I get closer to people. And they change as well, too. So I'm thinking that's what's happening with the lady at work. That's probably why she's showing a little bit of frustration, is because she's starting to notice that she's starting to get closer to me. And she does it, we do a little bit of this back and forth type shit. Like, we do back and forth, like, a little bit of flirting, but it's not talking, it's just body language a little bit. And I start to notice it today. I noticed it other days, but I start to really notice it. Like, we'll bump into each other, and she likes the attention when she gets close to me. She likes that vibe. She likes that because I'm like a lot taller than her. I'm more bulkier than that. I look more masculine. And when she looks up at me, and that I feel like that sense of sexual tension is there. Now, if it's true or not, I don't care if people say it, but the vibe feelings I feel, and I attached to this shit many times before, so I know where it's coming from. It's very obvious it happens a lot. So I know that's happening. I always tell myself, I'm not going to do anything because first off, work habit would be fucking stupid. And second off, she's a very favoritistic kind of woman and very emotional. So, like, if anything goes wrong, she'll be the first one to fucking dramatize everything and anything. So it's like, yeah, someone like that is dramatized. Dramatized means that you will make up shit. You're a liar. That's why drama is so bad. Like, you can talk about stuff that's true. It's not drama because it's truth. Drama is creating something from a truth and making it look like it's something else when it's not. It doesn't matter if it's if it's mostly true, it's still a lie because it's not actually true. You're still lying about certain aspects of it. We can go down the road and say, I'm talking about 80% of the truth, but 20% is a lie. That 20% of a lie can be worse than underplay the truth because people always want negative shit. People always want people to lie. It makes it more interesting when you make up stories about people. But yeah, here's what it is. I'm getting off on that. You guys have a good night. God bless.